What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of the S1.E12 podcast. I'm Deja,
I'm Dre.
and we are excited that y'all are listening. This is our 12th episode. That means we have been doing this for 3 months now. So we appreciate everybody who's been listening. If you've listened to every single episode, y'all, please DM us and let us know. And just let us know, what do you think about the topics that we've been going over. If you can resonate with any of the things that we've said, we would just love to hear y'all feedback on it. But we've been doing this for 3 months.
And if you guys have been listening, thank you for listening today. And if you've been listening for the last 3 months, thank you as well. Mm-hmm. It's kind of surreal to know that we've been doing this consistently for 3 months now. I'm happy about it.
So, y'all, today's topic is about worrying.
We tend to worry too much about things that really don't matter. We sit up here and think about how people are going to take what I said, or people are going to view me as such. And at the end of the day, people got so much else going on in their plate that they're truly not worrying about what you're worried about.
Wow, that is good. That is so good. No, that's so good because, y'all, just the other day, and Dre had to talk me through this. You probably know what I'm about to say. When I was worrying, I was in a meeting and I sat before some new people I've never met in my life, and I answered some questions on the spot. And my problem is, y'all, I cannot lie. I am a terrible liar. Like, it's so bad, y'all. I can't lie. And so they asked me a question and I answered it truthfully. Mm-hmm. But for the meeting that I was in, I think it was a little bit too honest, right? And after that meeting, right after I said what I said when I said it, y'all. Right after I said what I said. Say what you had said. Say it. No, say what you had said. Right after I said it, I was like, oh my gosh. And Dre was right there. And I was like, I worried the rest of the night. Like, hours went by and I was like, I shouldn't have said that. He kept telling me, like, Deja, they not even gonna remember. They don't care. Right. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Dre, but you only get one chance to make a good first impression. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I just blew it for me. And I woke up today and I told him, so I was like, you know what, let me just worry the rest of this day away. And then I'm gonna wake up in the morning and then I'm not gonna care no more. And I literally did that. And I don't know that my solution was okay. Like, oh, I'm about to just worry. Instead, maybe I should have prayed about it. But I think I was so far in my head at that point that even praying, because I tried to say a little prayer, but the whole time I was trying to pray, I was worried about what I had just said. Right. So, no, I agree. Sometimes we definitely worry about stuff that does not matter. Like, okay, so let's kick game, right? Let's talk to, if there's anybody that's younger, right? We're in our mid-20s.
Yes.
Okay. Clearly, I don't know how old we are, y'all. I still feel 21. So we're in our mid-20s. Mm-hmm. So what are some things that you worried about, like, in high school, that now you look at in your life that you're just like, bro, that I don't even know why I cared about that. Like, why did I give that time and energy, if you had to summarize it?
I know there's a lot.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead and go first.
Because I got some stuff I got to get off my chest.
I know there's a lot, but
I worried about the way that I dressed, not for myself, but for other people. Like, I worried about the high school that I went to, the first one. It was like it wasn't even a fashion high school. Like, it was a designer school. Like, you were popular, obviously, if you had the designer clothes and stuff like that. So I was so worried about wearing designer everything. Hair got to be done. I was worried about being around the popular kids. Like, I was always an athlete, so I was around athletes, and I just felt like those are the only people I could associate myself with to seem cool. And now I look back at my life like, bro, I would throw on a hoodie and some jeans
and call it a day.
What?
Quick, fast, and hurry.
Now I look at the stuff that, and I thank God I have the parents that I have, because they would buy me the stuff that I wanted. But now that I'm spending my own money, I'm like, nah, I'm not about to spend $200 on. I just bought some. No cap, like, literally just bought some. You good?
The fact that you just said, since I'm spending my own money, now I got a problem with it.
That's the truth.
I know that's the truth, but that's that is the.
Was I just too honest again? So no, that's my problem. I be too real.
Yeah, that's the borderline statement of every parent about how you want me to get you these pair of shoes, this coat, these pants, when I could just buy you some regular old jeans.
But when you're young, but like I don't even remember what year it was. I think it was when I went to college. I just started giving away that stuff. Like I genuinely got to a point where I just stopped caring. But now, like when you work and you see the value of $1, y'all, like you're going to opportunity cost. When y'all go to college, you gonna learn about it in macro or micro. Opportunity costs.
I feel like you understand the value of $1 when you mature, because there's people that's working and their value is in their materials.
That's true. No, that's absolutely, because there are still.
Once you mature in that.
Once you mature. So it's not really an age thing. It's just maturity.
You can work at any age.
That's true, because I stopped caring. I'm not going to lie. I think by my junior year in high school is when it started to die. Junior year in high school is when it started to die down. I switched schools and my perspective of life changed.
I honestly think two things. One, like you, that's why it's the main statement from parents. Is it's like you don't understand the value of $1 because it's not your own money. Mm-hmm. And two, once you have it, and like you're not even like having it. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, you got your first pair of Jordans. Like once you have it, like it's something that you can just obtain.
You don't care. You don't care no more.
You start realizing how like, wow, I used to really care about this.
Man. And
not to say like, I'm wasting money. Like how you just said, I'm not about to spend $200. But for me, and I feel like this happened with people too. Because like you see, let me make the point first. Once it's obtainable and you start to realize like this shoe is only hyped up by the people that's hyping it up, because there's no difference.
You don't walk no faster. You don't run no faster. You don't jump higher.
You don't take the pain arch.
None of that.
I feel like once you get that 6-7 pair of Jordan, it's like.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to be a sneakerhead and you want to collect this. And
you got shoes on, though.
Yeah, it's just like, these just another pair of shoes.
It's just another pair. You don't value it as much. And that's to go back to that, like I just said, for the past 4 years, y'all, I've wanted a certain pair of, and I just couldn't bring myself to pay the money. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm never doing this. Finally got them this year on sale, right? Mm-hmm. And they just came in the mail, and I just told you earlier, like, I'm about to take these shoes back. I don't even like them. Like, they don't even look as good. I thought I was going to feel different.
That's why you made the comment.
What, about me taking the shoes?
No, about you getting your Nike shoes for your birthday.
Yeah, I'm like, and these Nike shoes I know they were way cheaper, but I care about these other shoes way more. And this actually has sentimental value, okay? Versus these, like, but because they so hyped up and they look, and when I would see it on other people, I loved it, but I put it on me and I'm like, Deja, where are you about to, you literally wear sweatpants and stuff 24/7. You not about to wear these. You're going to wear them like twice. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that.
Hoodie sweatpants with them on though.
I would have, for real. Like, that's what it would have been. So
no, I mean, that's today's people's swag. Like,
yeah, but I wouldn't want to wear like that.
Like celebrities outside of just musicians, like rappers and everything like that. When they first start glowing up, it's like, yeah, they got the chain and all that. But once they start getting older and they're like in the game for a long time, they find their own little swag.
They go backward. Yeah, they find their own swag. They find their own little
swag and they drip that out,
and they're so okay with who they are.
Right, they might have one piece of design on.
But here's the thing: what got me with the is like when I opened it, I was so disappointed. Like I wanted to do because they, and so I was like, "Oh, I'm about to do an unboxing video that I'm not gonna post." I got so much random stuff, content in my phone that I don't even post because I just genuinely don't care. But like when I opened it and I looked at the leather, I'm like, "This look bent up." This don't even look like the quality I thought I was buying. You know what I'm like? For this, I could have got something way cheaper, which I'm about to do. I'm about to go get some knockoff combat boots, like point blank period. Platform combat boots.
You would be the one with combat boots on, and you're gonna be stumping in this house.
I love combat boots. I used to wear them all the time.
To be a stepper, y'all.
In high school.
If y'all needed an extra member, that low key not really a member, but can come step for y'all real quick.
But yeah, but you did make a good point that I think we all go through a phase when you have the opportunity, like when you have the money, it's like, okay, I'm gonna wear this designer stuff or whatever the trends are, and then you get bored, and then you realize that like that's not even who I am though. Like I'm not that person. And I think with social media, with luxury being the thing now, luxury clothes, luxury travel, like we want to live other people's lives, but you'll start living that and you'll realize I don't even desire this. I don't want this, you know? So I'm dealing with that right now in a different area in life.
But even with that, it's just tying into the idea of like luxury things. Like being in this age now, being in the mid-20s, you're worried about the things that you are seeing. Like, can I get that? Can this be obtainable for me? How can I get there? And like you just said, you can work right now being in your mid-20s, getting in your mid-30s, and figuring it out and starting to live that lifestyle and realize you don't even want
like it.
So,
like everybody ain't supposed to live this luxurious life, and that's okay.
And being motivated about like worrying about how can I get this, and then getting it. Now you're worried about
keeping it.
Yeah, keeping it and like not liking it. So it's like now where do I go from here? And
I gotta say something to that.
That is a cycling trend that you have, like your personal toxic trait that you have when you worry at a young age, going back to the high school stage of like, I'm going to a designer school because
that's why I chose that high school.
Yeah, I want to be in with the popular crowd, and the popular crowd wears these type of clothing. So I got to make sure that I'm up to par with them. So I got to make sure I have this. And again, that worry about your life, that if I can be popular, transition over to you looking at Instagram and wondering like, can I get this? And then getting it to then wondering about how can I keep this and where do I go from here? Because this is even life that I have, what I want. And you truly at a young age should find out what you like
and embrace
who you are and embrace it. Don't change for anybody or anything. Don't think or worry about the next designer or
fitting in.
Just really, you're gonna find your niche in any facet of life.
And what's in now is not even going to be in later. I remember when I was in high school, it was Megs, Trues, Joes. Like, those were the jeans that we wore. By the time I got to college, I literally was just handing that stuff out. We wanted to look so cool, bro. We would take our snapbacks and, like, put them on our belt loop. That's so trifling. Why would you do something like that? We thought that was fashion. And here's the funny part. We didn't have nothing. Nah. Our parents had it. And it's like, now that I can spend my money and I get to decide what's valuable. Like, I literally at this point in my life believe luxury is whatever I put on. If I have it on my body, my character is way more valuable than the cost of these shoes and the cost of these clothes. Like, it's luxurious because I have it on and because I believe it's valuable and I'm going to take care of it. Like, that's what luxury is, or that's what it means to me now. But it's just like, once you...
Luxury is comfort.
Yes.
It's comfort. And it's not how it looks, it's how you feel in it. Because you can go to Plato's, you can go to Walmart.
Y'all, I done got some nice stuff from Plato's.
Out. There's actually, at a point in time, which I feel like this is why like designer and everything like that started taking change while we was in high school, because when social media started getting popular, there's a lot of influence at the time before like we in the day and age that we are now, that was buying clothes, cutting them up and making it look like something else, and it was just a $2 shirt from
they still do it now. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh no, people are getting like making some bank by going to thrift stores and taking a oversized sweatshirt like this, turn it into a crop top and just sweet stuff, and then shipping it all over. Like, it's really a big deal. But you said something earlier. Basically, once you realize you can have something, a lot of times you don't even want it anymore. This is why people say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Because some of us, we work so hard to get that job. We work so hard to launch that business. We work so hard to make it to the NBA. And we get there and we like, oh, this is it. Like, think about college. Like, you grind to get a 4.0 GPA. You grind to get good grades and all of this stuff. And then walking across the stage to get your degree is like 30 seconds. and it's over. You got all these 4 years of memories, but that you getting your diploma is just like
Over
that.
just like
it's that quick, and then you be like, oh, okay, you over it, and you're on to the next thing. Just like you said with clothes, like when you don't have no money, you look at the people with the money, and you're like, dang, I just want to be like them. I just want to live the lifestyle that they have. But when you get to that point of you can live the lifestyle that they have, you don't value it the same way. Like, I can buy, by the grace of God, whatever I can within my budget, right? And my financial means, my financial reach. But yeah, I can buy the things that I want, but now I look at it like, bro, it's not worth it. I don't care now that I can do it. I care when I couldn't. I care when, I was running my parents' pockets up and I just wanted to look cool. But like, now that it's on me, it's like, nah. So I remember, long story short, I bought a pair of, I didn't have these for 2 winters, like 2 seasons, right? They didn't even make it there. It was like after the first year that I had them, when I pulled them back out the next year, I put them on one day and they just ripped.
Rip like socks?
Rip like, remember when SpongeBob, the guy that ripped his pants, you remember that? Like, that was a sound. You heard it.
That's crazy.
And I was like, bro, nah. Because I wasn't looking. I just pulled them on and I was like, bro, you got to be freaking kidding me. And so from there, I went and got some boots that were cheaper because I wasn't about to spend the money again.
Right.
But in that moment in high school, it taught me, like, these brands really not that much more valuable than these cheaper ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did these just rip quicker than my boots did?
Right.
This don't make no type of sense. So I was like, I swore that I would never buy again. But then as time went on and I started seeing other people wearing, and then I started working and I'm like, dang, I could actually afford it. I'm like, don't do it, Deja. But I wanted to follow the crowd so bad. Right. And it was at that point, me transitioning from this designer high school to this other school that they don't care about nothing but their grades. I had never seen so many people want to be smart. I'm like, wow, it's really here. It's cool to be smart. Like, the dynamic completely changed. So I got around a different group of people, and all my designer clothes started falling apart. So my mindset just about a lot of things started shifting. I would say my junior year in high school, I'm just like, bro, none of this stuff matters.
And that point, inside the point of that, what you just making, that one, none of this stuff even matters. But 2, the dynamic of it changing. Over here, it's cool to be nerd. Over here, you gotta look all stylish and everything like that. But as time go on, the style even changes as well. Mm-hmm. So the dynamic of what you deem important can change just because the masses are deeming it important. So popular and so expensive, not because they're using the most popular and expensive and great material, is because people are buying into it. Mm-hmm. You worrying about how much money your parents got and you can flaunt is how I lost a friendship. And not because of how much I wanted to flaunt, or just the idea of like, I want to live this lifestyle and I'm not currently here, but I'm around people that are. So I'm sitting here thinking that I can't maintain this friendship or do these certain things because I don't have the lifestyle that they're living.
And they don't even have it.
One, they don't even have it, but 2, they don't really care because this is how they are living your life. That's not how they judge you as a character. Like people,
that's so. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm understanding what you're saying correctly. So basically, you have friends that had the stuff, but you didn't have the stuff. But you thought you couldn't keep up with them in a friendship because you didn't have it. But you didn't realize they wanted to be your friend because they liked your character, not your clothes.
Right. It didn't matter what you have. I'm around you because I want to be around you. I'm not around you.
Those are some good friends. Those were some good friends.
But
no, it's just good that they had that mindset at a young age, because like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was so caught up in the optics that I only wanted to be around the people that dressed a certain way. And even if you didn't have designer clothes, that was cool, but you still had to look presentable type of thing. Like, I just want you just look together. In my mind, here I go being a judge, y'all. That's how I was thinking.
Oh yeah, even with you saying that, it was just like I was judging them off of what they was doing, not off the friendships that we have made. Like, no, we wasn't around flaunting money, flaunting designer. It just, I happened to see you in a different stage of y'all supposedly in comfort flaunting this stuff. So I realized that, I don't have this, so I can't do that or be around y'all. And that's
and
not.
now you
That's
start
not
worrying.
Even, yeah, that's
You
not.
started
I
worrying.
started worrying. That's not even how this friendship happened. And it's now just like,
Boy, we can worry ourselves. You don't
you can worry
yourself out of
good
a
situation.
friendship. You can worry yourself out of a relationship, out of a job for no
Out of
reason.
a really good situation that's really needed and for you.
But you
But
just
you over here looking at
worrying,
the wrong
overthinking.
things. Yeah.
Because I know we mentioned like just find yourself, figure out who you are, but and you know your identity. Obviously, we're believers, so we're gonna tell you your identity is in Christ. Like your identity is I'm a child of God. That trumps everything. That trumps you being rich. That trumps you being black. That trumps you being a woman, a mother. I could keep going on and on, right? But sometimes it can be very hard to be to be bold and to be different because like you're so afraid of the rejection. And it's like this is a tough pill to swallow, not even just for like the kids or the youth that may be listening to what we're saying, but even some adults. Like I don't want to lose my, like what you just said, how I don't think I could keep up. Like people are really going broke to stay in a friend group that they financially probably don't belong in, but as far as their character, they do. And it's like you running it up, you running up your credit card trying to keep up with these people.
The thing is, nobody's living that way.
They making it look like
They're
it.
doing it within their means.
Yes. And if you knew the tactics too to get a lot of the things that you
just
want,
talk to them.
if you knew like I'm not gonna get all the way into it, and when I say the tactics to get the stuff that you want, guys, I'm not talking about like scheming and scamming and like, you know what I'm saying, but like, oh, I'm gonna buy some buffs, but then I'm gonna go sell my buffs and I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna use that same money to either buy a new pair or to buy a new purse. All right, well, when I'm done with that, I'm gonna take that money. Like people are recycling money, if that makes sense. So it's not like, oh, I bought a Louis bag today, a Gucci one Monday, and then another one, like so on and so forth. So there's ways to attain the things that you want, but I just feel like we just can't allow our identities to be wrapped up in any of this stuff. I remember vividly God telling me that like if I bought then I wouldn't be true to my authentic self. Like I literally would have been doing it just to keep up with the Joneses. It wouldn't have been because I desired that brand, you know, more than another. So it sounds easy to just say like, oh, just trust you, be yourself. But we understand, or I'm gonna speak for myself here. I understand how difficult it could be when your identity is in this stuff and the image that you've put out is in this stuff. And I'm gonna say one last thing and then I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay.
All right. Cause I feel like I've been going, but I know that there are some people, like we look at their lives on social media and be like, you know, they really making money and so on and so forth. But some people, the money that they're making is really like a trap. Like they are trapped in that. And what I mean by this is there are some people, let's say you're making like 6 figures in your business and you grinding and everything is good. Well, some people keep grinding because they can't fathom maybe making less money and not being able to afford those nice things because people are so used to seeing you in that. So you can't fathom somebody seeing you go from some buffs to a pair of Ray-Bans. So now you keep grinding and hustling and losing time away from your family and friends so that you can just make some bread. And then eventually you're going to look back at your life like, wow, this whole time I was living for somebody else. So to the person that may be like me that's listening and you like, man, I don't fit in, or I can't bring myself to spend money the way that other people do, just know you're not alone. And it's okay, because the alternative could be you living this life to impress other people and being like in this rat trap basically. So, or mouse trap.
And no, that is true. And again, you find yourself in a situation where, as you can look at some certain celebrities where they are so used to living a certain type of lifestyle that they would in turn do anything to
keep it,
to continue living this type of lifestyle, because their identity is in that lifestyle and they never really sat down and tried to figure out who they are as a person. They just, I am Mr. Put It On. Like, I'm Mr. Ray-Ban. I got the next one. I'm Mr. J's. I got the next one. And it's like, truly, to themselves, they really don't even care about this. But this is how I started a lot of things for myself.
And unfortunately, it's some people that's like that truly hate themselves. Outside, like when they take those clothes off, they are not happy with the person that they truly are. Like, and that's that's a life that I hope you guys are mature enough to say, like, I don't want to live like that. Like,
right. And just to, again, all this worrying, you can start attaching yourself to things that truly don't matter.
Yeah.
You should attach your identity, again, like she said,
To
we're
God.
followers, to God, and attach your identity to yourself. What do you truly care about? And you will find people, or even people that you think are your friends now will still be your friends. You don't have to live the lifestyle that they're living. They like you for who you are, and you need to be okay with that. On top of that, you attaching yourself to materialistic things or things of this world when this world is forever changing.
I'm laughing just thinking about it. You know,
used to get you jumped by multiple people.
I know so many people who love anime.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there's millions and millions upon millions that love this or everything like that. Things change on a daily basis, and you cannot fall into the trap of thinking that you need to fit yourself into a certain box for other people or for other things. Those things don't matter. You need to fit yourself inside of Christ and fit yourself inside of yourself.
That's good.
And that is all that needs to be done. And even in things outside of materialistic, just as far as, attaching yourself to your grades or attaching yourself to this sport. And you need to be
We're going to have to break that down for athletes.
You need to be okay with who you are.
This is what we used to say in college, and I wish I would have understood it better or took it more serious, was play for an audience of one. And that goes for anyone. And the audience of one is Jesus. Everything that you do it for God. So when you step on the court, play for God. When you step on the field and you score a touchdown, that's for God. It wasn't for anybody else. It wasn't for your pride. It wasn't for your ego. Everything is literally play like Jesus is the only one in the stadium.
Yep.
Nobody else, just Jesus in the arena. And all you want to do is glorify him in the way that you play.
Yep.
I wish I would have understood that earlier. And also, I just want to say this, y'all. This isn't to bash anyone. If you're listening to this and you I like designer things, it's okay to like designer things. Like if you're like, you know what, I would rather pay more money because I really think the quality is better and because I can afford this, then do it. But this is more so for the people who are trying to maintain an image, who are doing it for the wrong reasons, because that has been, I'm going to say myself.
Thank you guys for going ahead and listening to episode 12 of the So On Time podcast. We 3 months strong.
Y'all, this marks 3 months.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I know we said it earlier, but I just wanted to
we 3 months
highlight
strong,
that.
and we hope to see you guys in another 3 months. So thank you for everything. Go ahead and share this with somebody, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.